has also appeared in WoD, even though, spoilers, she is meant to have died within the Kata dungeon. So, yeah. Weird.
What is it?
What's going on? Who are you? What happened to me? Don't you remember? You died. I died. Yes, you're right. I died. It was an orc. He cut off my hands and left me to die. Valrad looks down at his hands. These aren't my hands. These aren't my hands. Calm down, Valrad. Undertaker Mordo probably sewed some new ones on for you. Valrad looks back down at his hands. I suppose this is my fate then. Part of an undead army. Somehow I never considered that I might end up fighting for the Forsaken. He looks back up at you. What do I do now? You talk to Undertaker Mordo. He'll tell you what to do. That's all I know.
Trust no one.
I see. Well then, let's get to work, Shandalyn. The Dark Lady needs us, right? Well, he took that well. You, not so much. The tree is not that scary, mate. Get away from me, you abomination. Actually, her face looks really weird. Just look at that. Kind of makes me think of a female, nameless one from the other place.
Victory.
Don't think he, well, he says, Valrad Moray, reporting for duty, sir. Don't think he says anything else. So, anyway. Yeah, it just makes me think of a female version of the nameless one from Planescape of Torment. Not exactly like him, but, you know, makes me think of him. Another game I want to play at some stage. I'm not an abomination, I'm simply undead. I just want to speak with you. The undead are a taint upon Azeroth. Every one of you creatures deserves to be destroyed. Lillian, do you realize that you are undead yourself? Lillian Voss is actually a reference to a character from Magic the Gathering, from what I hear. I don't remember what her name is, though. I think her name is a play on it, but I'm not entirely sure. If she's a reference, presumably her name is, but still, I'm not sure what the character's name is.
Beware the living.
No, you're lying. My father will protect me.
I am forsaken.
Stand back, monster. You want to fight? Because I'll fight you. For any one of you creatures. Do you hear me? I'm not here to fight you. I've only been asked to speak with you. Oh, really? Fine. Don't want to join you and your Forsaken. Maybe I'll start my own Forsaken. Maybe I'll invent Forsaken with elbows. You're free to do whatever you like.
Trust no one.
Who are you calling a monster? You're the monster. I'm just a man who died. Yeah, Red Pass, I think he used to be in, actually, let me look him up. I think he used to be in South Shore, but the surname Red Pass is making me think he was also tied in with a different quest chain. New. Red Pass. I was, remember Ibora? I was typing in Red Pat onto the end of that, which isn't the best. And I should have typed in new, not videos. Wow. Yes, I was right. He's tied in with quest in Darrowshire about Pamela Red Pat. Actually, that reminds me of a song by the name of Darrowshire. It's about Pamela's quest chain. I can't remember the name of the guy who did it, but if you look up Darrowshire Darrowshire song. I'm sure you'll find it. What was his name? Marshall. I want to say you could find them before WoW. But sorry, before here in Kata. Like, you could find them in South Shore, but I'm not sure. Here lies Marshall Redpath. His dream of inventing Forsaken with Elbow lives on in his memory. Here, I'm gonna be back in 1 second. I'm just, and then I'll see if I can find him, any details about him. So, BRB. Hello, folks, and I'm back. Tripping over my own fucking tongue. Recording locally. That's fine. Line across, line up, that way. Mike's fine. Alright, let us continue. And let us just check my phone for 1 moment. Apparently there used to be a mob in South Shore called Marshall Marcus Redpath. So yeah, I was right. And he's a relative of a family, like I said, in Darrowshire. There's few Redpaths all over the world. There's one in Calendar in Everlook. There's one member of the Argent Dawn, which is a Redpath, who's a Redpath. There's the Marshal, and then Pamela and her father. Both Pamela and her father are dead ghosts, and this Marshal's undead. I was when I stopped for a moment, I was going to say something, but I honestly don't, like, when I came back I was going to say X, Y, and Z. I actually remember one of the things I was going to say. Remember how I was saying that in my rogue videos, in the previous Human Rogue videos, the previous series of these, about people being batshit and running around punching each other because they proclaim Nazi, then they start punching, you know? Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter. I should really confirm it. Here, I'll do it while I'm saying it. Question how much they tweet. So, well, I don't know how much they tweet in the slightest. So we'll find out now when I'm doing this. Some lady, and she's tweeting plenty, so it's hard to verify if she actually said it. Though I have a feeling that she has. No, she has. Apparently she proclaimed that discussion about, you know, the white supremacists got punched. It's over. We're done. I'll quote her. We're done discussing if Richard Spencer should get punched. We already decided people who oppose punching him should get punched, because that will help things so fucking much. Oh, you disagree with me? Well, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. I'm the good person. this woman is demented. She's a director, I think, of some sort, but I've never heard of her before. In all honesty, I told Leia Alexander in some flight of fantasy, I decided her to change her name. It's like Alexi Alexander. Idiots. Idiots lost a lot of them. Here, one sec. Hey folks, and I'm back. Locally. I just sometimes words slip out. Then when I was talking there, then I get paranoid. Like, can I be sued for that? I just looked up demented to double check. Was it, anything too bad? But it just basically called her a nutter there. So yeah, no, I'm fine with that. No, I stand by that statement. She is a fucking nutter. Any of these people cheering on violence, they're idiots. As I was wording a thing in my main Legion series, this will be coming out long after this episode does. You mightn't care that a white supremacist got punched, but what about it when your granny or granddad or little Timmy get attacked because someone heard that they're on welfare payments, or little Timmy's on food stamps, and they hear communist? So they take him out, because in their mind, communists are even worse. So they're gonna, stop, stop Stalin from rising again by taking out, little Timmy. Might sound bad shit, but you have to keep in mind these are the same people who see another member wonder. Like there's an anti-fascist group going around at some protest. One member saw another member, but didn't realize they were another member. They just saw a white guy and swastika tattoo, ignoring the red cross through it, and opened fire. They didn't spend enough time to actually fully take in what was going on before they decided, I must kill them. You're not dealing with people playing with the full decks here. These people are a few prawns short of a galaxy. So what I'm saying isn't that much of a jump. So yeah, but basically shit's gonna go down, and anyone cheering for violence is a fucking idiot, because they might think that only the bad people are gonna get hurt, but a lot of people they care about are gonna get hurt, and they're not gonna understand why that's happening, because they're good people. Why should they be hurt? Because you've advocated and allowed political violence, and people are, when they see someone's pet Satan get beaten up, they think they can beat up theirs, and their pet Satan might just include someone you care for. That's why we allow all speech. So like why freedom of speech is a thing, so people aren't just being attacked willy fucking nilly. I'm sure other people can explain it better, but I'm talking off the cuff here. If I was able to write this down, I could come up with some much more elegant. And plus I'm fucking tired. So yeah. Maybe. I've actually tweeted heavily about this back in January when this first kicked off. If you want to see it, feel free to go look it up. On my Twitter account, there's the advanced searches. Go look that up. So anyway, but yeah, basically, long story short, people cheering on the violence, it's gonna blow back in their faces, and they're not gonna like it. Nor, from the looks of it, are they gonna understand it. They appear lacking in the self-awareness department. So I have a feeling that this is gonna be a shot out of left field. They will not see this coming, and they're gonna be, enraged that it happened. When in reality they should cheer it on, because they've decided that the common person can decide who's evil and who isn't, and who deserves to be punched. But I repeat myself. And as such, shouldn't they cheer on someone deserving of a punch being punched, even if it is themselves? I mean, that is what they are giving people, free license to do. But anyway, I honestly don't believe that, but I'm just kind of taking the piss here, you know? Sorry, I'm just watching the these Valkyrie ladies here flitter around. So yeah, basically, people be wackio. What's it called? I was gonna say something there, but now I can't remember what. But yeah, like I said, I've wrote eloquently about this on Twitter, so just go have a look on January and see if you can find have a look, see if you can find it. You might, or you might not. So yeah, go have a look. There are my January tweets. Like I said, I've worded there much more eloquently than I worded it here. In fact, here was just paraphrasing bits of it. So yeah, people are being crazy and stupid, and they're gonna regret it. And so is everyone they're gonna hurt. Not even the power of Valkyr was enough to save these creatures. They were doomed from the beginning. I've obtained some equipment for you, Shandalyn. It's not much, but it will help. Okay, put on the gloves. You've done well, Warlock. As you can see, not all of us have resigned to our fates. I'm glad to see that you're at least willing to work. Valorad will be an invaluable asset to the Forsaken. As for the other two, there's not much we can do. We cannot force them to join us. And take a quick drink. I'm surprised Darnell was able to find his way out of the crypts. He says hello again, by the way. Darnell tells me that the two of you have already met. That's good, because I'm sending a boat into debt now. Your work here is done. Speak with Debt Guard Saltane in Detno to the north. He'll tell you more of what you must know. Very happy, jaunty move on her. So, Darnell, you gonna say on? Nope. Oh, good, you're still here. Now, where's Debt Guard Saltane? Ah, here he is. Those Valkyr have been busy resurrecting you newbies, really busy resurrecting you newbies lately. I've already seen a couple dozen new bodies run down that hill since this morning. You, however, are the most promising warlock I've seen today. We've been shipping in dead bodies from Stillpine, Hillsbrad, hell, anywhere we can get them from. We can't, however, afford to ignore the bodies which are sitting right on our front doorstep. The last vestiges of the Scarlet Crusade roam here in Terraceville Glades. While we've managed to push them from debt now, several of their bodies litter the buildings to the north and east. Go find them, and bring that Darnell fellow with you. He looks strong enough to carry a few corpses. And still I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. It's just like, sometimes when I start talking about certain topics like that, since I lose track of thought so much, I end up feeling like I'm not fully saying what I wanted to say. Even though I probably am. So anyway, Actually, no. You know what? I gave a summary. People are calling for violence. Once violence opens up for one group, it's going to open for them all, as people are already trying. Still, same people going for their preferred targets, but give it a moment, it'll open up for their non-preferred targets. They're going to regret it, but not understand why it's happening.